Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tavua.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, opposition parties withdraw election petition. History created outside courthouse. And millions in FNPF contributions due from employers by year end.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
The 3 petition cases challenging the results of the 2018 general election were struck out by the Court of Disputed Returns this afternoon. This came after SEDELPA, the National Federation Party, and Unity Fiji representatives made an application to withdraw their petitions following a ruling by the High Court judges on the number of witnesses to be called to give in evidence. Praneet Prakash was in court and filed this report.
The election petition was filed earlier this month regarding issues arising out of the conduct, count and tallying of results in the election. Some of the matters raised included claims of unlawful conduct by election candidates. There were also alleged breaches by the Supervisor of Elections of his duties under the Electoral Act. In a ruling this afternoon, the court said it would only allow the first petitioners to call 2 witnesses out of the 8 proposed if the hearing was held. The counsel for SEDELPA and NFP says he was instructed to ask the court that their petition be withdrawn, which was granted by the judges. The respondents' counsel did not object to this, however, they asked for indemnity costs. The petitioners have been ordered to pay respondents a total of $14,500 for the legal cost. The Electoral Commission has been ordered to bear its own cost. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama says the best thing to do was to withdraw the petition. Similar sentiments were echoed by the Attorney General Ayase Kayum.
But we can now continue with the government and the governance of the nation. It was a wasted time, wasted resources. We need to get on the job looking after the economy now.
And we as a country need to come together to ensure that we grow our jobs, we have sustainability of jobs, we need to address all the infrastructure issues, connecting people to water, roads, electricity, finding more opportunities for all Fijians, irrespective of where they live.
Meanwhile, Unity Fiji's Satish Kumar and Choneda Kupula also applied to withdraw the petition. This was granted by the High Court judges without any cost. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
For the first time in the history of Fiji's judicial system, a court case has been witnessed live by the public outside the courthouse. People gathered in numbers to see firsthand the proceedings of the petition case filed by SEDELPA and the NFP, challenging the outcome of the 2018 general election. Ali Kimbia with the story.
In providing the right to witness justice, a big screen was set up outside court so people could watch the court process.
Well, that's right. I mean, normally we want to make sure people could follow proceedings in the courtroom, but I'm not quite sure how many respondents there are here, but there might be as many as, say, 26 or so. Gates says for people to watch the court proceedings signifies the transparency of an independent judicial system. Realistically, they can't all fit into into High Court room number 2, so that's why we've got High Court number 1 with a screen showing the proceedings, and also the extra large screen where they could observe from the grounds of the courthouse. Also joining the crowd to observe the case was Commissioner of Police Brigadier General Sitiweni Ngilio, and he commended the courts for taking the initiative to allow the people to see the case in progress.
So for us it makes work easier for us. There is live streaming to another courtroom and also outside here. So it's better for us from a security perspective to control issues.
Meanwhile, there are plans to do the same thing to such high-profile cases in 2019. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The Suva City Council has directed Carpenters Group Fiji to appoint an independent engineer to carry out daily inspections and review the MHCC complex and its adjoining 15-story tower under construction. The directive issued yesterday is in response to several building issues that has seen cracked pavements, safety prop installations and the closure of certain sections of the popular Suva shopping centre. Maggie Boyle reports.
These images of obvious stress on the building and subsequent closure of certain sections has stopped any further construction on the multi-story development.
Out of the 114 or 15 columns that is in the building, there's 4 that's settling. It's only 4 settling, and that's in the tower side.
While remedial work has begun to resolve the issues and alleviate the stress, there's now a directive to step up the surveillance.
In the meantime, we need to appoint a local engineer who will report directly to council, work under SEC, but at our expense, so that there's the independence that all the cracks, all the stresses are correctly recorded and reported and not concealed.
They maintain the MHCC complex is safe.
There's no doubt in our mind that we would disagree, but as we know that the building is safe and fit for purpose, and we can assure all the shoppers that there's no need to be alarmed.
Both the SEC and the Occupational Health and Safety Unit continue to carry out inspections on the site. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
With 11 days remaining for the year to end, the Fiji National Provident Fund has revealed that they are being owed $6 million in outstanding member contributions. Chief Executive Chochi Koroi revealed to FBC News that 1,280 employers are yet to make their employee contributions. Pranita Prakash reports.
Employers who are yet to pay the FNPF employee contributions have 11 days to do so in order to avoid penalties.
We've given them a period of amnesty till 31st of December, where penalties are not being charged for them to come and clear the debt.
The FNPF chief executive says around 500 employers have paid their contributions.
We have received about 2.2 million of employers have come and cleared the debt, equivalent to about 2.2 million, from about 510 employers. There are still about 1,280 employers who still owe us, who still owe members unpaid contributions or debt.
Koroi says if employers do not clear the debts by the year end, the penalties will kick in from January 1st. Employers can be fined up to $1,000 or can face 2 years imprisonment or both for failure to make contributions. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
In a span of 2 weeks, the Fijian Competition and Consumer Commission has charged 3 traders a total of $30,000 for non-compliance. These traders include Roops Investment Limited, Gasabias Limited and Tranks Service Limited. Rachel Nath reports they failed to mark prices for display items and sold goods at an excessive price.
FCCC Chief Executive Joel Abraham says they are cracking down on traders who are taking advantage of the government's Homes Care initiative.
After the conclusion of the investigations, we took the matter to court, and 3 companies have been fined in a span of 2 weeks. Each charged $10,000 each.
The No-Nonsense Consumer Protection Agency says they want to ensure that Fijians can spend their money without being duped.
We are going into the Christmas season. People will be out in numbers doing their shopping, and we expect that when people are out in numbers and doing their shopping, traders will not try and take advantage of this busy period and don't violate the FCCC Act. If you do, we will come out hard on you. We will ensure that you are taken to task.
The FCCC is also calling on consumers to be responsible while shopping and report any incidents of non-compliance. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Still to come, beef industry looks to embryo transfer. And Christmas spirit hypes up. Details after the break.
bula nevango malakai leloma ngongai nakas ondo magrong na bula FM nambando ay na sere
Hoya ubasit sai sa lambasa ya ondo talita ina warong na bula FM nambando ay na sere
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka talita kina na warong na bula FM nambando ay na sere
Wana tuma na bula FM nambando ay na sere nawaluan
Na vengo fane na tao niongo singa toka kita ondo talita kana bula FM nambando ay na sere
Bula FM number 2 en seri.
The government has appointed South Pacific Stock Exchange's subsidiary, the Central Share Registry Limited, as a trustee of the Energy Fiji Limited. This means the registry will manage the shares of those EFL account holders who are yet to accept or apply for their shares. Catherine Krishna reports.
Energy Fiji Limited Chief Executive Hasmukh Patel says the partnership with the Central Share Registry Limited is a way forward for all domestic EFL shareholders.
If you have not applied for these free shares, non-voting shares, then now you could approach CSRL and they will then monitor the process from there. You could make the application to them. They will then speak to EFL and finally, if your application is approved, then they will then go ahead and issue the share certificates.
SPSC Chief Executive Krishika Narayan says potential beneficiaries who have not applied need to do so.
The Central Share Registry would now become sort of a one-stop service provider for all EFL shareholders when it comes to any shareholding requirements as well as for any registry, any trustee requirements as such for the beneficiaries as well.
In April, the shares of Energy Fiji Limited were divested with 5% non-voting shares allocated for domestic users. 36,000 domestic customers are currently shareholders, while more than 100,000 who qualify have not applied for their shares. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
The performance of the beef and dairy industries over the years has been stagnant, according to Agriculture Minister Dr. Mahindra Reddy. He made the statement while launching the embryo transfer program for the cattle industry at the Ministry of Agriculture's Singatoka Research Station. As Felipe Naikaso reports, the ministry will continue implementing new methods to introduce new breeds and turn the two industries around.
Poor genetics has been identified for the lack of performance in Fiji's dairy and beef industries, and the ministry has opted for embryo transfer, a better way to improve a farmer's herd rather than importing cattle.
The ministry recognizes this biotechnology program. Embryo transfer is a solution to introducing new bloodlines into the farmer's herd to reduce inbreeding and improve performances and productivity.
The process of introducing new breeds into the cattle industry is being long overdue because of poor performances of current livestock.
It's about attention to detail. I struggle, now please don't take this wrongly, I struggle a little with Fiji time. The stuff that we do, you've got to do on time, on the right day, and attention to detail is utmost.
The aim also is to reform the industry by reducing imports and increasing local production.
What we want to do now from here is we want to screen these animals. We want to see their adaptability as they grow. We want to see the performance in terms of weight gain. They are 3 months old now.
The first phase of the embryo transfer program has already been implemented and is a success. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
3 former Goodman Fielder employees charged with fraudulent falsification of accounts and money laundering have been further remanded. Rajat Maharaj is charged with 56 counts of money laundering. Biren Lal faces 50 counts of fraudulent falsification of accounts, while Jesse Magoon is charged with 7 counts of fraudulent falsification of accounts. It is alleged that between 2014 and 2015, the 3 were involved in transferring $699,000 to the account of a company belonging to Rajat Maharaj. At that time, Magoon and Lal were employed as finance assistants. Defense lawyers filed for bail, but the DPP lawyer objected, saying the money has not been recovered and it was a substantial amount. The matter will be recalled for bail ruling tomorrow. Patients at the Singatoka Hospital were all smiles after staff from the Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort visited them with Christmas gifts. It was a collective effort by the resort staff. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Spreading the Christmas spirit, The staff of the Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort sang Christmas carols and gave out presents at the Singantoka Hospital.
Obviously this is a time of the year when you don't want to be in a hospital away from your family, so it's just a little bit of cheer that we feel we can give back to the, all the kids and the mums and dads who are in hospital, and just say Merry Christmas and just a good cheer for the community this time of year.
The visit also changed the mood of these patients at the hospital.
Yes, surely. I was looking at the patients. They all seem very excited and happy. Even the children, they were looking forward to. The center was quite nice and happy, and so it was quite good. Yeah.
Especially seeing the young kids, it's just an amazing experience. Just to see. As I said, this time of the year, it's a sad time for everyone to be in hospital. To see the joy on the faces and the resounding music that comes from the choir and the way it uplifts people at this time. It's a very rewarding experience.
Around 60 staff from the resort were part of the annual visit. Philippa Naikaso, FBC News.
With Christmas just around the corner, Radio Fiji 1 and Bull FM held their cake judging today. 8 women from Suva participated in the competition, bringing home baked cakes for judging. Lavinia Mbale Nakama, who participated through Radio Fiji 1, and Shalom Tiritambua, who participated through Bull FM, won the first prize. The first prize winners for each station received $200 and a hamper worth $50 from Punjas. Second place winners received $100 and a hamper, whereas third prize winners received $80 and a hamper. Coming up in sports later with Jamie, demand for women referees says Fiji FA, but Rachel joins you now with business.
Thank you, Jackie. Good evening, and coming up after the break. Japanese tourist numbers increasing. And in growing Fiji, art gallery planned for Victoria Parade. Stay with us.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singatoka. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singatoka. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singatoka.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
In business tonight, the number of Japanese tourists visiting Fiji has increased since the resumption of direct flights between Nadi and Japan. The Japanese ambassador says the direct flight is convenient for Japanese residents in Fiji and increases travel between the two nations. Now, according to the Fiji Bureau of Statistics, more than 9,800 tourists came to Fiji from Japan between January and October. The direct flights resumed in July, and in October alone, over 1,300 visitors came from Japan.
After the resumption of direct flights, Japanese visitors to Fiji has increased, almost doubled, and it's now approaching more than 10,000 visitors a year. So this is a very good sign, and we are very happy about it.
Total Fiji Limited is planning to open 7 new outlets next year. Marketing and Communications Manager Ragni Parekh says the company is investing more to ensure efficient and effective customer service. Parekh says she is unable to disclose the investment amount at this stage. Meanwhile, today the company concluded its Jeep promotion, in which more than 100,000 people took part. The competition, which ran for 3 months, was won by a taxi driver from Nosuri.
As a committed to better energy, we always try to fulfill our objective with our group's aim. And yes, 2019 will be a challenging year.
And we now join Sanifa from HFC Bank with the latest from the global trading market.
After weeks of market volatility and calls by President Donald Trump for the Federal Reserve to stop raising interest rates, the U.S. Central Bank did it again and stuck by its plan to keep withdrawing support from an economy it views as strong. U.S. stocks and bond yields fell hard, with the Fed signaling some further gradual rate hikes and no break from cutting its massive bond portfolio. Traders fretted that policymakers could choke off economic growth. The Federal Open Market Committee raised the Fed funds rate 25 basis points to a range of 2.25% to 2.5%. New Zealand's trade balance data for November was negative 5.42 billion against the previous reading of negative 5.78 billion. The Aussie dollar is reporting moderate gains despite an unexpected rise in the Aussie unemployment rate and the drop in the full-time jobs. The dismal jobs report and a hawkish Fed hike indicate that the path of least resistance is to the downside. That's it from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Thanks, Anifa. On to the exchange rates as it was set this morning. As the confusion continues on the global exchange markets, the Fiji dollar is tending to hold steady as major currencies fluctuate. Our dollar was on the rise against the currencies of our two major trading partners, Australia and New Zealand, but showed minor slippage against the other currencies we cover. Looking at the commodities market, crude oil was on the rise at $47 per barrel. Gold was down at $1,244 an ounce, and silver closed higher at $14.63 an ounce. And in Go in Fiji tonight, Fiji's art sector is young and local artists at times faces challenge for their own space. While hosting the special VIP visual display celebrating plans for the Fijian National Gallery of Contemporary Arts at Victoria Parade, Suva, Economy Minister Ayar Said Kiyim said it is vital for the government to provide a space for local artists to express themselves. The gallery is to be housed at the St. Stephen's building in Suva, built in 1917, and Said Kiyim says it will be open by 2020.
We are trying to create a space, not just in visual arts, but also in music, and dance, and even literature for that matter, and allow our young children, our young Fijians to actually participate in that area, to create that space where people feel safe, where people are able to express themselves.
And that's a wrap from the business desk for tonight. Jamie joins you now with sports.
Thank you, Rachel, and good evening in sports tonight. Fiji Sevens players reminded to watch their diet over the festive season. And weightlifting, Fiji says doors still open for Levuka lifters. Details after the break.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Sonamir Nasodi Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
The Fiji Airways Sevens are intense in their determination to defend their title in Hamilton next month. The Gareth Weber coach side met at Albert Park this afternoon for a training session following their successful outing at the Cape Town Sevens. Kurei Tandolala reports.
With Christmas only a few days away, the team is not distracted as they put in the effort to uphold last year's victory in Hamilton. Head coach Gareth Weber says the team wants a win in Hamilton followed by another in Sydney.
But also there's a huge opportunity for us coming up in Australia and New Zealand. We've talked about potential of back-to-back tournaments again. We've done it before. We want to replicate what we did last year. And we've put ourselves in a good position with performance in Cape Town. And we want to make sure that, you know, coming out of Australia and New Zealand, that we're at the top of the pile.
The Sevens player will break camp tonight to spend time with their families and have been reminded not to get carried away during the festive season.
Obviously Christmas comes into the equation, hence we're here training, doing some more fun things than we've done, you know, normally through the season. It's important the players have some time to relax and be with family, and it's also that we enjoy ourselves as well on times, you know, whilst we're still doing our work.
The team returns to camp next Friday to prepare for the meet in Hamilton late in January. Fiji is pooled with Australia, Argentina and Wales. Kurei Tandulala, FBC Sports.
The Fiji National Rugby League has selected a 38-member squad to prepare for the 2019 Pacific Games in Samoa. The FNRL has been holding a 9s tournament every week to scout players. They'll have another trial next month where the squad will be trimmed down to 25. Team manager says they've set out a plan to ensure they get the best team for the Pacific meet.
We are confident with the plan that we have set, and we believe that in preparation, and we have set our intention of going to SPG just like any other team.
The Levuka lifters who withdrew from weightlifting Fiji and its future competitions can still make it to the national team for the 2019 Pacific Games in Samoa. Weightlifting Fiji says as long as they attend a minimum of 3 out of 5 trials carried out by the parent body, they will be eligible for selection. Meli Tavanga reports.
Weightlifting Fiji has begun its preparations from scratch as they continue to scout lifters from around the country to fill in the gaps left by the Levuka lifters.
We hadn't stopped hosting competitions. We still invite the guys from Levuka to come back. Just have to go through a due process. But this is specifically for the Pacific Games. We've got 1 of 5 trials, so we've got 4 more to go leading up to Easter in April.
General Secretary Ritesh Ratiram says any lifters from Levuka who wish to join the national team are welcome to do so.
We certainly have. We've never closed the door on them. We've always gone to media saying that they're more than welcome to join. It is up to them. But like we've always said as well, is that they have to go through a due process.
Vice President Della Shaw says no athlete will automatically win a spot in the team.
But for an athlete to qualify, they have to attend 3 trials. We have a total of 5 trials.
Weightlifting Fiji will hold its second trial on the 19th of next month, followed by its third trial on 23rd February, and the fourth will be held on March the 23rd. The last trial will be on the 5th of April, where the final squad will also be announced. Meli Tavanga, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Football Association says there is a high demand for women referees. Chief Executive Mohammed Yusuf says they will invest a lot of money next year to scout female cadets in a referee recruitment drive. He adds they will do this as soon as possible to cater for the increasing number of women's competitions in the country.
90 matches in the women's senior, women's youth and all that. So we need our referees, more referees to cater for this demand.
Some people are amazed that Jose Mourinho lasted this long before finally being sacked as manager of English Premier League side Manchester United. The Portuguese paying the price for United's worst start to an EPL season. The Wellington weather had the final say in the first cricket test between the Black Caps and Sri Lanka at the Basin Reserve. While New Zealand seemed destined to win 2 days ago, the rain provided as much frustration today as the tourist batsmen did yesterday. Today's play of the day is taken from the NBA. D'Angelo Russell starred in the Brooklyn Nets' 6th straight win to hold off LeBron James's LA Lakers with a clutch three-pointer to put the game out of reach for the Lakers. That's it from Sports Tonight. Angie joins you later on with weather, and in the world of the weird and the wonderful, check out the world's first roller coaster on a cruise ship. That's coming up.
Narang golesenya, Obama kita nakas, dorong bina kape on radio Fiji One, nandomo ibit.
Ayaw benyana, kita barong on radio Fiji One, nandomo ibisi, hinatoka.
Guelo ilaisa hinatoka, rong bina na heramakawa ina radio Fiji One hinatoka.
Radio Fiji One, nandomo ibiti.
In New Media tonight, let's take a look at some of those people who are most often targeted by hackers. It's weather time now with Angie.
Hello there and welcome to the Weather World. We had more anticipated showers throughout the country. The heavy rain is still pretty much active for the whole of Fiji, which is expected to ease. Now let's see what the other centers had today. In the west, quite mild, scattered clouds and showers will be around. Eastwards from Pakhabarasuva, quite humid with heavy showers expected later tonight. Low-lying areas and roads can be flooded, so take extreme care. And up north, quite cool with showers also expected. rain bath season, I guess. At sea, easterly winds 25 to 30 knots, very rough seas. For the tides, high tide at 6:02 a.m. and low tide at 11:56 a.m. Sunrise at 6:27. For tomorrow, big bulla to Friday, but I'm afraid showers will still roll in, but not for long. Tomorrow's temps, Suva once again will be the coolest at 29 degrees. And looking further on to Saturday, well, I must say I'm quite glad because as per the forecast, the showers are slowly drifting away. And that's all from the FBC Weather World. Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji on Pulse tonight, we asked, what is your favorite Christmas carol?
That's easy. It's Mary Did You Know. So.
My favorite Christmas carol is The Drummer Boy. A Drummer Boy.
My favorite Christmas carol is Joy to the World, and I think it's my favorite because over Christmas that's what we want to share with people, joy, because it's free.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, US shipping company Carnival Cruise Line is adding a few twists and turns to their brand new ship to be launched in 2020, the first roller coaster at sea. Recapping the main stories for tonight, opposition parties withdraw election petition, history created outside courthouse, and millions in FNPF contributions due from employers by year end. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question segment, this week we're asking, are you satisfied with the price of goods this Christmas? Visit our FBC website to answer. Before we go, our shot of the day. Sent in by Ilias of Winriketi, the picture was taken at the Suva seawall. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, good night.
मैं नवनीत नंद नंबुआ लुम्बुआ से। जैसे प्रेनी नोट मशहूर है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 भी सभी जगह मशहूर है। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
सीमा नकाशी से मैं रेडियो फीजी 2 पसंद करती हूँ सुनने के लिए। रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
मैं हूँ अंकल किंग सिंगाटोका टाउन के टैक्सी ड्राइवर। जैसे रग्बी फेमस है वैसे रेडियो फीजी 2 फेमस है।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।